What is going on, guys? This is Seth42 here, and today I am back with another college football prediction video. And today I'm going to be talking about the all-state Red River rivalry between the Oklahoma Sooners versus the Texas Longhorns. Both teams are undefeated. Both teams are 2-0, and this is going to be an epic matchup. This is one of the best rivalries in college football, right there with Ohio State versus Michigan, and then of course Auburn versus Alabama. Texas and Oklahoma usually put up a pretty awesome game to watch. High scoring, no defense, crazy endings as always. But last year, Oklahoma was kind of in a new transition with Coach Brent Venables, and he's done a great job so far this year with also quarterback Dylan Gabriel, who transferred from UCF. He's done a great job so far this year, and I haven't really watched a whole lot of Oklahoma this year, so if I get something wrong, please comment down below. I know I need to do all my research, but this is just a video for fans to comment down below who they think is going to win this game. And I just predict the videos based off the stats from this sheet from ESPN online. You can look at it yourself as well. But man, Oklahoma and Texas this year hopefully will deliver, because I know that last year was a letdown, because last year it was a disaster for Oklahoma. They just had a new coach come in and then just trying to get everything situated, and of course a new quarterback, because Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley went to USC, and their defense still sucks at USC. But yeah, a lot of whole new changes last year. But honestly, Oklahoma has done a great job so far, though they only played Iowa State. They haven't really played a whole lot of people. They beat Cincinnati, which is a solid team in my opinion. But other than that, the other teams are just like Group of 5 schools. But I forgot that Cincinnati is in the Big 12. Are they in the Big 12? Right? Yeah, Cincinnati is in the Big 12, which is crazy. Anyways, all right. So as a further ado, we're gonna go through the. Oklahoma is ranked 14th in the nation, and of course Texas is ranked 5-0. Quinn Ewers has done a great job so far this year. And of course, both teams are undefeated. Both teams are 2-0 in the conference. And the rankings will probably change later today or tomorrow. So I like to go through the match predictor, the season leaders, and of course the team stats. And then we will base this off of the team stats. But also, this will be at the Cotton Bowl, which is coverage will be on ABC. Time will be 12 o'clock p.m. October 7th, 2023 in Dallas, Texas. And the weather will be 72, which is pretty good. Not bad. I like the 70s weather. All right, so the match predictor has Oklahoma with a stunning 54.4% over Texas with a 45.6%, which is kind of crazy to me to think about. But that may change after this week. Who knows? But that's a very interesting matchup predictor. Okay, so season leaders. We have Dylan Gabriel, who, like I said earlier, transferred from UCF. He done a great job with Scott Frost in that team. I think he was there under Scott Frost. So far this year. He's gone 118 through 157 completions to attempts with 1,593 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions only. Really, really good. For Quinn Ewers, went 97 through 147 completions to attempts with 1,358 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Really good for him as well. We got Major from Oklahoma, who's done a good job with the running game. 51 carries, 199 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown. For Brooks, Brooks has been insane this year with 597 rushing yards already through week 5, and had only 86 carries with 5 touchdowns. Pretty impressive for him. They like to use him a lot in the running game with Steve Sarkisian. So yeah. Rushing or receiving yards, we have Anthony for Oklahoma with 22 receptions, 387 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown. Really good for him. And, of course, Xavier Worthy, he's done a fantastic job for Texas. He was like the main focal point against Alabama. He has 26 receptions, 345 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns. Pretty good for him. Actually, he had a lot less yards than Anthony, but he had more touchdowns. But still, he's like the main guy for Quinn Ewers for Texas. All right, so lastly we have the team stats. We have total yards for both teams. Oklahoma has done an excellent job in offense this year with 510 total yards in offense compared to Texas, 478.4. Then we have yards of passing, 352.4 for Oklahoma. Then we have Texas, 286.6. For yards of rushing, we have 157.6 compared to Texas, 191.8. Yards allowed, we have 319.0 compared to Texas, 290.8. Passing yards allowed, we have 212.8 compared to Texas. Pretty good. Only allowing 196 compared to Oklahoma, which is still not bad for both teams for defense-wise. So for rushing yards allowed, Oklahoma has done a good job on the stopping the running game with only allowing 106 rushing compared to Texas. Pretty good for Texas, 94.6. All right, so I know I said that I was going to predict this by the stats, and some of the stats are favoring Oklahoma, but I haven't really seen Oklahoma play a good football team yet compared to Texas. Texas beat Kansas pretty handedly, 40-14, and Kansas is undefeated, and they're not a bad program. They beat Alabama at Alabama this year, so they played some really good teams this year. They killed Baylor. They struggled a little bit early on against Wyoming, but they beat Wyoming pretty good, and they beat Alabama, so they played a lot better schedule than Oklahoma, in my opinion. But that could change with the rivalry because it could be a high-scoring game. But I think that Texas may win this game. I am not a fan of Texas. I am not a fan of Oklahoma. I just predict the stats. So if you come here and complain that I favored Texas throughout the video, but I've watched Texas a little bit more compared to Oklahoma, and so I think that Texas with Quinn Ewers and their defense, I think that Texas will win by 3 points, but it's going to be a very high-scoring game in my opinion, and it's going to go back and forth offensively. So, yeah, I just think Oklahoma hasn't really played anybody that that just good or ranked yet, but I think that Oklahoma still potentially could win. So yeah. All right, guys, Seth42 here. Texas by -3 points against Oklahoma. And like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you're an Oklahoma fan, comment down below on why you think Oklahoma's going to win. If you're a Texas fan, comment down below on why your team thinks this is going to win as well. And I am not a fan of either team. Just to let you guys know. All right, guys, Seth42 here. See you guys later. Peace out.